Sylvie, you let me down. Loki episode 6 for all time always completely blew up the MCU and set everything in phase 4 into motion. A lot of stuff happened in this episode and I'm going to talk about most of it, so of course there's going to be spoilers in this video. I also filmed my reaction to the final episode of season 1 because the end credit scene revealed that there is a season 2 of Loki. Don't know when we're going to receive that, but it's official. Literally, Marvel is never getting rid of Loki and I'm okay with that. I made a predictions video for the final episode and it's safe to say I was very wrong. Well, I wasn't completely wrong, but I did not predict anything pretty much right in this episode. The main villain was revealed to be Kang the Conqueror, though they didn't name him by name. It's the same actor, Jonathan Majors. He's introduced into the MCU. It was Kang all along. Damn, those fan theories were right. I didn't buy into it. I thought this was going to be another Mephisto thing, but no. But before the villain is revealed to be Kang, Miss Minutes pops up in a massive jump scare, scaring the shit out of me. And I thought maybe I was right and that the villain was Miss Minutes, but they go on to see that it is Kang the Conqueror. This whole show was about a bunch of different timelines and a bunch of different variants. This is like one version of Kang, and so he isn't like the ultimate bad version compared to these other worse versions of Kang. We got a Silky moment. On my bingo card I crossed off about 4 things and 2 of them happened straight after each other. Silky moment and then a betrayal. I don't think they was gonna kiss, at least not in season 1 if there was gonna be a season 2, but Loki and Sylvie kissed. She went in for it and I was like, oh, that is so sweet. But literally seconds after the kiss she pushes him through a time door so she can kill Kang. Why? I predicted in my final predictions video that there was going to be a betrayal of some sort, and I said that, oh, imagine if they were kissing and then one of them just got stabbed in the back. She backstabs him and I didn't like it. I cried a little bit seeing how upset he was because he probably thought, oh, a kiss, someone loves me, and then she was just using it as a ploy to distract him so she can get rid of him and then kill the guy who put her through hell. I understand it a little bit, but I'm also like, that was really mean, Sylvie, that was really mean. There was a fight scene between Loki and Sylvie and I didn't see it coming. I didn't predict that to be the fight. I thought it was going to be them two fighting Kang, but it wasn't. Like, that choreography in that fight scene was just really good, especially when like Sylvie does like some side flip roll thing on the floor. If Marvel didn't want Loki to still be alive, I'm pretty sure Sylvie would have killed him. She can't trust anyone and he can't be trusted, so it's just a recipe for disaster between them two. We get like Kang's origin story and then we also get like the origin story of the TVA, why he built it up. Obviously most of this series was just them sitting around explaining things, but how they did it, it was really fun and entertaining, and how they explained like how the TVA came about, that was really fun and entertaining as well. And that's why Sylvie pushes him out and kills Kang, thinking that he was just lying and that if Kang died it wouldn't turn into multiple timelines and it wouldn't create chaos and another multiversal war, but it does. You see all these timelines branching off of that one secret timeline going into utter chaos. Back at the TVA you see that screen that you saw in episode 2 where you see these lines branching off, but there's a whole bunch going off and they've already crossed the red line. So that whole event sets up everything in phase 4. If Spider-Man is about the multiverse, which we all think it is, you've got Spider-Man 3 No Way Home, which is set up. You've got Doctor Strange 2 in the Multiverse of Madness, which is set up. Loki season 2, which is set up. I mean, obviously, yeah. And then obviously the introduction of Kang, that version that we saw in the show is killed, but we will eventually see a badder version, a worse version than what we've already seen, and that sets up Ant-Man 3 Quantum Mania. And you see, instead of like the statues of timekeepers back at the TVA, you see a statue of Kang. He looks pretty bad. He's going to be like the new bad of the MCU, of like the phase 4 and maybe phases after that. He's the new replacement for Thanos and he looks kind of crazy, a little insane, a bigger bad than Thanos, so a whole lot of stuff is gonna go down. I'm upset and bitter that there wasn't an end credit scene of Mobius saying wow and riding a jet ski. We didn't get that, but we may get that in season 2, and it was good that we got an official confirmation like straight away that there is a season 2 of Loki, just like we got an official confirmation that there's going to be a Captain America 4 with Sam as Captain America. This was a really good episode. We got to see B15 again. She decided to play a role, and we get a little scene where she goes to a different place. She goes back to 2018 and you see Renslayer, but it's not the Judge Renslayer. She's kind of just like a principal of a school, so we see her variant, and it's interesting to know like why does like Kang, the person in charge of the TVA, why does he pick these certain people to take back to the TVA and make them like hunters and analysts and all the stuff working there? Why did he pick Mobius? What made him so special? And speaking of Mobius, once Sylvie kills Kang, creating chaos in the multiverse, Loki is pushed through a time door back to the TVA, so he's already there, and he runs to Mobius and B-15 and he's like, guys, we really messed up, even though it was Sylvie. We really messed up. We killed him. We created chaos. The timelines are being created and there's nothing we can do about it. This is really bad. And like, you're like, oh my god, this is really bad. And you're with him in it, in that like rushing moment, in that fast-paced moment. You're really with him, like, this is really bad. What are we gonna do? Mobius just turns around and goes, oh, you're an analyst, right? What department are you working for? Let's help you.
You know me. No, I don't!
And like, I was so confused. I was like, what the hell is going on? And like, he's been like reset. The TVA has been like rebuilt again with a different version of Kang. Everything that happened has just been like wiped. The variants don't know their variants anymore. And it's just all side again. Like literally ultimate chaos. Like, is this a new timeline? Like what? Like literal just chaos. If like there wasn't a confirmation that there was a season 2 and this is just how the episode ended with like no post-credit scene, I would have been so disappointed because you just left it so open-ended, and if I had to wait a long time till something addresses that, I would have been really upset. Like what they hinted at, they didn't set us up for failure like what some of the theories they had about WandaVision. It paid off in this season. I'm glad that Sylvie didn't die, even though I kept predicting that she would, because I didn't see her out of this series, and because there's a season 2, she can stay alive. She's gonna have to earn that trust between Loki again. Or is she just gonna get blasted into like a different timeline where she doesn't remember him, just like Mobius doesn't remember him? I just realized that I've been saying all this stuff about we're seeing Loki again, like he's never leaving. In season 2 we're also gonna see Mobius again. We're still gonna get Owen Wilson in the MCU. There was a whole scene between Renslayer and Mobius where they were shouting at each other like, you betrayed me. They both felt betrayed, and I believe that yes, they both felt betrayed. And I feel sorry for Renslayer, obviously, when she pruned Mobius and then pruned Loki. You hate her. Like, what the hell is wrong with this bitch? But I feel for her. She has spent her whole life like working, dedicated it to the TVA. I would have been so crushed if something I dedicated my life to turned out to not be real, to not mean anything. She needs to feel like it meant something. She needs it to mean something. Like, she can't have just wasted her life, wasted this purpose. And when she couldn't prune Mobius herself, years and years of friendship, she couldn't just throw that away. But then she left through a time door saying that she is searching for free will, when she previously said that the only person who has free will is the one in control of it all. So does she want control? Does she want to then be the leader of the TVA? And apparently so in the comics, Renslayer and Kang got a thing going on. Are we going to see her again with Kang? Everyone was great in this episode. I loved every character, every actor. And like the voice actor for Miss Minutes, I think it's Tara Strong. You're hella creepy, hella crazy. You're going to be in my nightmares tonight, Miss Minutes. Hello! And Natalie Holt, the music, the score for this episode, so creepy, so good, so intensifying. My final predictions and my theories of who I think the main villain was going to be, and my bingo card, none of it really paid off. There was a clip in the trailer that they didn't show. They cut out like King Loki, so we didn't see that. So they really led me on. I thought it was going to be King Loki, but I'm glad that it was Kang setting him up for all this other stuff. But I didn't get none of my Mobius stuff. He was in this episode great, but he didn't have a jet ski, so that's very bad. I was very open-mouthed and confused in this episode, so I highly recommend watching my reaction to it, because damn, this was an intense episode. It was completely epic. And is it the best season finale compared to WandaVision and the Falcon and the Winter Soldier? And now I have to wait, what, like 2-3 years till a season 2 of Loki? I don't feel like they're going to do it anytime soon. I feel like they're going to let all these other films come out first that are dealing with the multiverse. And then, like, when you think it's maybe tying up, throw Loki there, throw him into the mix. My thoughts on this episode and this series as a whole aren't completely concrete just yet, and that's why tomorrow I'll be releasing a full review of the Loki series season 1 as a whole. So look out for that. And if you like this video, this review of episode 6 for all time always, I loved that Mobius and B-15 also said that towards the end in this episode. But yeah, thanks for watching this video. If you liked it, please leave it a like and subscribe for more. Bye!